lovies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melanie. As you all know, or if you don't know, my name is Melanie. I reside in Houston, Texas, and I like to talk. And so today my video is going to be about my testimony. It's been a while since my last video. My last video was something I didn't really want to put out, but I felt like I had to put out, but whatever, it is what it is. So today I'm going to just talk about, I'm gonna share my testimony with people because I feel led in my spirit to do this, and I'm gonna do one thing particular about this video. I'm going to record a full length video, then I'm going to divide it into 4 parts. Whereby the first part is just gonna be me right now, the way I'm introducing myself, and then talking more about why I feel like to do this, and then the second part is going to be pretty much just me talking to you guys, telling you guys about my experiences in life, what particularly happened to me that made me the way I am today, particularly the one particular incident that happened that made me like this, and then other little incidents that happened here and there to add on to what I have. You can, like the way you have an ice cream parlor and then you add more vanilla, you add strawberries here, you add sprinkles and everything, but the main thing is the ice cream, right? So pretty much I'm the ice cream bowl, and then the other little add-ins, like the main story is the ice cream, and then the other little add-ins, like something that happened here, something that happened there, but it all brought it together, and it all came together for my good. The reason why I'm feeling so much led to do this video is because I've realized that I've been asking God for so much, forgetting what He has already done for me, to the extent at one point I was even questioning myself, like, dang, is God really there? Does He really hear my prayers and stuff like that, or am I just praying, wasting my time? But with that being said, it encouraged me to do this video, and I hope it encourages someone. I pray it encourages even just one person. That is my greatest desire with this video I'm putting out. These 4 parts, I'm going to put them in the whole of January, every Sunday, as I normally do. I'm gonna be posting a video every Sunday, and it's just gonna be my testimony pretty much for the whole of January, because I believe that this year is my year of Thanksgiving. And I'm very thankful to God because for what He has done to me, I cannot just keep quiet. I have to share it. And I hope it encourages you. If you like this, if you like the content of this video, go ahead and share. You can subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. And just so that someone else can hear it, because I'm not going to patronize this video. Pretty much what I mean, I'm not going to advertise about it. Oh, I have a video on YouTube or something like that. No, I'm not. This video is going to reach who it's supposed to reach, who it's supposed to get to. That's who is going to get this video. If you feel like this video is it doesn't really relate to you, but it relates to someone you know, go ahead and share it to them. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it here and let the Holy Spirit do whatever He wants to do with this information. But normally before we start anything, we have to start with a word of prayer. So that's what we're going to do. If you see me I'm looking at the mirror so I can see that I'm talking to something or whatever. But let's start with a word of prayer. Father, Lord, I thank you. I bless your name. Thank you for who you are. Thank you for what you have done in my life. My Lord and my God, as I come before you this morning, I come before you with thanksgiving. I come before you grateful and thankful for who you are and what you have done in my life. Father, I pray that as you have touched my life, may you touch someone else who will watch this video and let them be blessed as well. Let my testimony be an encouragement to someone and also be a word revealed to someone in someone's life. Father, I thank you. I bless your holy name for this opportunity. I pray, oh God, that your will may be done and your glory may be seen. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so these past few months have been a little bit challenging for me because I've had like very high expectations, and like I've been expecting something and I put prayer behind it, I put fasting behind it, but it hasn't gone how I wanted it to go. But still, like, that's what really made me start questioning myself. Like, dang, girl, are you really saying the right prayer? Are you reading the right Bible verses? Are you having the right routine? Are you serving God as you should? Or you're just doing whatever you want to do and then you're claiming that you are trusting God for a miracle or something like that. But with these few months, I have learned that count your blessings and name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done for you. That was so true because if you know me, you know that I've been through quite a few challenges in life. I might not look like my challenges. I really will not look like my challenges. My challenges will not look like me. But I've been through quite a few challenges. But one thing that I remember is that when I first came to America, we went to lunch, or I think it was a dinner or something, and people were like, oh my goodness, you're so lucky, you have your sisters, you have people around you and stuff like that. And someone said you really were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. If you know that, I think it's a saying or it's a proverb, I don't know, it's something that you're born with a silver spoon. Meaning your life is just full of silver linings, you get good things, something like that. And I remember I said, it's never gonna leave. I'm gonna have that silver spoon forever. I say that. And I don't know why I said that, because honestly, if at that point I was bragging about it, I was like, yeah, it's not gonna go. My silver spoon is gonna stay forever. Like, I'm gonna stay like the way I'm supposed to be forever. The way my life is gonna be nice forever. And I think either I did not take it seriously, but that thing really has been serious, because in spite of all the challenges I've gone through, I've not lacked like the basic needs of life. I've not lacked those, and I'm thankful to God for that. Anyway, so let's go back to when I was back in Kenya. This is when I was in primary school. My primary school, I did it in two schools. I was in Olympic Primary School, then I went to Marel Academy, and Marel Academy was a boarding school, and this was in Western Province. And I don't talk about this, like I really don't talk about my life like that. I feel weird, but I have to share my story. So when I was in Olympic, that was, I forget, like the years confuse me a little bit, but I was supposed to be going to class A, and but post-election violence, yes, that time for post-election violence or whatever, so I was supposed to be going to class A, but I was so scared to join class A or whatever, because I felt like I was not ready, I was not the smartest of the bunch or whatever. So my mom was the principal of the school, so she and by the way, this I don't have anything I'm reading on, I'm just telling you guys as it comes to my head, so I might jumble it up together, but I hope you get the gist of the story of what God has done. Okay, so I ended up, my mom came up with this idea. I don't know who told her this very beautiful idea, that there's a school, it was called the Gulu Girls, that it was a primary school, the Gulu Primary, that they are wanting to, they have a spot for someone, but the person has to go back, has to repeat the class 7. And my mom came and told me, and she was like, oh, Melanie, we found this opportunity for you in a boarding school, but you're gonna have to take class 7 again. And I thought about it. Dang, girl, at class 7 I didn't do nothing. I was just either playing, like I wasn't studying or whatever. So I was like, you know what, it's okay. I can go back a class, which is fine, because then I'll catch up with my classmates, because I skipped a class when I was younger. So I was like, okay, that's fine, I don't mind, because anyway, whatever. So I had skipped a class when I was in elementary, the baby class. I skipped a class, so I was ahead of my age mates. So me going back worked in my favor, because I was like, kind of worked for my good in one way or the other, because I was catching up with my classmates. So this, I went, I did, so now okay, so now I was okay with going back a class, and my mom hooked me up or whatever, and she took me to this school. But then the school that I was supposed to go to didn't work out, so my mom's uncle or somebody owns the school now. This is Marel Academy, and then that's how I ended up there. So I got admitted or whatever, and I'm in class 7. So me and one of my friends, one of my family friend, we were now there. So I'm now in Marel. Life has started, my first time in boarding school, whatever. And I remember when I was back home, since I was in day school, my mom never used to give me money. Like, why would they give you money and there's food in the house? You stay, like, the school is 2 minutes from where you're staying, it's not so far. So why would they give you money? You only get money when you're going to church, that's for offering. So sometimes I would give half the offering, remaining half the money. Like that. That's how I used to have extra money. Or I'll talk to my dad and convince him to give me money or whatever. So I never used to have, like, you see where you get daily allowances or weekly allowances like that. I never had that. So now going to boarding school, since I'm away from home, my mom gave me some money. She gave me, I think it was 200 shillings or something. I don't know. She gave me some money and I had good money in my hands. I was so excited. I didn't know what to do with it. So I squandered it all. I used it all within a month. I'm supposed to be in that school for 3 months. I used all the money, but she had put some money in the school bus or whatever. So every Saturday, how the school was set up is, because we were still considered minors, we were not allowed to keep a large amount of money by ourselves. So the school would keep some money for us, whereby we would go get the money and then you spend it in the school canteen, which was only open on Sundays. So because how the school logistics was set up, sometimes I would go without going to the bazaar to get money for almost 2-3 weeks, or like 2 weeks in a row, because things happened. So in between that, I want to buy a snack, I want to do whatever. So I ended up, please remember this story because it's going to be beneficial anyway, just pay attention. So it was beneficial to me to, so I would borrow money from my friends here and there, whatever. And then I ended up now having a lot of debt. Because in the sense that when I get money from the bazaar, I'm gonna give you money. And they used to limit us how much money they will give us at the bazaar. So every time I get the money from the bazaar, I'm paying debts, and then I don't even have money to spend anymore. So it became a cycle or whatever. And this really ended up biting me in the butt behind, because one time all those girls I was borrowing money from, they gathered all together and they were against me, gossiping about me in the whole school. That was the worst experience ever. Anyway, I learned a lesson that I need to plan myself very well, whatever. So that really made me know how people are. Because when I was back home when I was back in the day school, I never really, the people around me were not being real to me, because my mother was the principal of the school, and some of them were afraid that I'm gonna go tell my mom what they did, or they just were not friends with me, or they would just ignore me or whatever, something like that. But I never really knew people who they were until I went to boarding school, and that really helped me for my future endeavors in life. Okay. So this was in class 7. So one time I remember my uncle came to visit me in school. His reasoning was that he was in town and he thought, oh, my dad had just passed away, so it was like end of the year. 2008. Yeah, 2008. So he came to visit me in school, and then he brought me some money, and he brought me a snack, and he brought me an avocado, he brought me soda, and something. It was just a very weird kind of snack. Very weird snacks. Like, you know, if you go visit someone who was in boarding school, you either bring them soda and like some chips, or like, when I mean chips I mean fries, or some cookies or something. But he brought me an avocado and very weird combination of snacks, whatever. So me being naive, and then he gave me 200 shillings. Me being very naive, I was so excited, like, oh my goodness, uncle, you came to visit me, thank you so much, and whatever. And it was in the middle of the class period. So I don't even understand how he convinced the teachers, because it wasn't allowed. Even my mom would come, she had to wait till it's lunchtime before she could see me. So I don't even understand how he was able to convince the teachers and whatever to allow him to see me. Anyway, so he gave me the snack, and then 3 days later, I got very sick. I remember I got very sick. I was coming down. I don't know if I was coming down with something. I don't know. But now I'm here. The teacher told me, okay, Melanie, you need to go see the nurse so the nurse can give you some medication. So I remember I was walking, leaving the class, and I was walking and I was just feeling like, oh my goodness, the sun is so bright. I feel like I'm going to fall down. Like, I feel like my world is coming. Like, I felt like the sun was in my face. I just felt like everything was shambling. And I'm walking from the class. This is the class right here. Listen, this is the class. And this is where the nurse is at. So I have to walk across, like all the way from here to go to see the nurse who is right here. So as I'm walking, in the middle, I just remember falling down, and the next thing I remember, my friends were carrying me like, Melanie, are you okay? Are you okay? Melanie, are you okay? And I just remember, the next thing I remember, I was in the hospital. I was in a hospital bed with the nurse, the matron sitting next to me, and she's telling me, what is wrong? Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just not feeling well. So they ended up taking me into the doctor to see the doctor, and then they gave me like malaria medication. I don't know if that's what they diagnosed me with, but that's what they gave me, malaria medication or whatever. So I was taking that for a while, and for sure I did feel better. I felt better and whatever, and life went on. That was that. But after that, I would get some very weird pains. I'll get pains in my legs, I'll get pains in my hands, but I just ignored it, like whatever, it's a whatever kind of situation. So this went on for a while, but it wasn't so severe. It was like very, like, you see the way you can be playing and then you feel pain in your knees, and then you're like, oh, whatever, it is what it is, right? So I finished primary school. I graduated from primary, and then I was going to high school. For high school, I went to multiple schools. So I didn't want to go to the school that I was actually called to go to, because it was in the village and I wasn't gonna go to the village again. I just came from primary school there. I told my mom, you have to do everything you can do, but I'm not going back there. If that's the only school there is, I'm not going to school. I was just being dramatic because I knew, anyway, it's me. So I think this is where I'm gonna end the first part, and other than that, see you all in the next part, which is part 2. It will be up next Sunday. Don't forget to come back and get more of my testimony. Hopefully you're being blessed.